What's up, guys? Today we'll be reviewing another chess game which was sent to me by one of my friends. This video will actually highlight the importance of asking yourself, what does my opponent want for both white and black? This is a frequently asked question in any chess game you take. So you ask this question to yourself so that you can get an idea of what does your opponent want. Like if you give them three moves in a row, what is their idea? Like what do they want? This is the basic question. So let's start the game review without any delay. White goes d4 and black goes c6. Okay, so this is called a caro fetish. Like you play the caro against everything. Actually, I won't blame him. I was like this, I think 3 years ago. I used to play caro against everything. I mean, not everything, against obviously d4 and e4. But this is not a real opening since this is nothing. Like it does transform into a caro, but the original caro here goes like white plays e4, c6, or d4, d5, and there are two options for white: either to take, which is the exchange caro, or either to advance. This is called the advance caro. Basic idea in any caro position goes like to play knight f6 and bishop f5. These are the two main ideas and expand on the queen side. Okay, so anyways, let's proceed with the game. d4 c6. Okay, this anyways turns into an exchange caro, which is fine, doesn't matter. Now white plays knight c3 and black plays knight c6. Okay, this is kind of a four knights, but we won't get into the theory. It's all fine. White plays bishop f4 and black plays bishop g4. Okay, here the main idea of black is to actually pin the knight to the queen, and to take this pawn, which is prevalent at this level, but it doesn't quite work, I think. Okay, white here goes for a tactic. This is a fried lever, but with the opposite direction, the mirrored fried lever. Obviously the white's idea is to go here, and you should obviously play with rook c8, which is exactly what black does. And okay, this is an inaccuracy. Why is it an inaccuracy? This is actually an inaccuracy because the bishop, if chased away, will obviously live there on the g6 square, and you won't be able to castle king side. So it obviously weaken these squares. Now, as black, you should never take this knight because if you don't have a reason to trade a knight for a bishop, you should obviously not do it because it's not a good choice. Even if you can explain like why you want to trade, it's fine. But if you cannot explain, even if it's a trash reason, you can. I mean, if you cannot explain, don't trade knight for bishops. What does black do? Black. Okay, black goes the wrong way actually. I think bishop h5, g4, and bishop g6. That's the line here. Yeah, and the computer recommends this. So white plays 1 second. Yeah, black plays actually. That's yeah, black plays bishop f5, which is fine. Stockfish is just like the guy in the classroom, which is like, yeah, I know everything and all that, but it's fine. Even if you hide the valuation bar here, I think that's fine. Okay, so we get the same thing, but the bishop is on h5. I mean, bishop is on f5 instead of h5. But uh, excuse me, what? Okay, so black went here. That's something called danger levels, attacking a piece when you have a piece hanging off your own. Okay, but this doesn't work because there's just bishop d2, which attacks the queen, and your bishop is still hanging. So did white find that? Okay, too complicated for this level, I suppose. Now I think black should move the bishop and just ignore b4. What did black do? Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, you see, there's b4. And okay, uh, lesson time. If you are attacking a piece, you should have two or more than they have defenders. That's called the plus two rule. Like if they have a knight, you should have at least two pieces which should be attacking the king. There's nothing here. I mean, okay, that's what happened, but it's nothing. You can just block like this. What did white do? Yeah, yeah. You see, he blocked, and you have nothing now. Instead, you're just down a knight. Okay, there's no literally no threat. I mean, if this is the threat, sir, that's not free. Okay, so okay, another lesson time. The queen here is actually protecting two pieces, which is called an overloading. So if you can see that the queen is protecting two pieces in the different direction, you should obviously take the piece that is less valuable first, because obviously the queen would take. So the line here that should go here is bishop takes knight, queen takes, and then queen takes rook with check. And this is just winning for black. So if you see that the queen is protecting or any piece is protecting two pieces, that's called overloading, and you should obviously go for the strategy. So what did black do here? Oh, black actually got tunnel vision here. He wanted to do the same thing that I just told, but in like different order, which does nothing. Simply speaking, that does nothing. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so why does like everything's going down on the king side, and why it's just like, yeah, I have to give a check. This is obviously a bad move because it straight away hangs the knight. And even if you don't hang a knight, if you play something like this, I think it's impossible to find bishop e2 here, which defends the knight and protects everything. But anyways, what did black do? Okay, black took the knight, which is fine, which is the best move. And you play bishop g2, and what is black trying to do? It's like the rook has been on a journey. The rook here, one second. Yeah. The rook here went to c2. The rook then went the rook then went to c7. The rook again went to c2. This is just a complete waste of time. The rook c2 was never the best move here. I mean, the best move here is it's tough. Yeah, it's tough, but it's fine. This, the best move here is e6. I myself would never play that. When everything is going here, why would you play e6? I guess it's to activate this. It's fine. But anyways. Okay, so we get rook c2 and castle. And now we take, which is, okay. If white is not attentive here, they might blunder something like this, which is very like it can happen at this level. It's nothing new. What did white do? One second. Yeah, white took the bishop. That's fine. And now we get rook takes and oh, okay, a very fancy move actually to find queen a4 check. It's good. Now, does black know that you can defend with the pawn? You don't necessarily have to go knight d7. Let's see. Oh, black does. Even though it hangs the pawn, I don't think black calculated all this line like a rook here and then e6. E6 is just uh, you just sacrifice a pawn for piece activity, which I don't think he actually calculated. It was just he went b4 and didn't realize that a7 was in there. Okay, so oh, never mind. He did go for this line, which is nice, which was a great spot. Okay, I would here play uh this as black because it's must. Yeah, this is the best move. It forces the queen to move somewhere, and if this okay, $1 million question. You should never trade queens here as white because your queen is the only active piece in the black region, and you never have to trade queens here. Just as a bit of tip, if you're playing black here, you should obviously go for a queen trade You should always search for a way to trade queens. Here, if yeah, 1 second, yeah. Anyways, so rook AC1 and bishop E7, we get just hanging a pawn, which is I don't know what happened. Okay, huh. So what did Black think? Black added an extra piece for the support, but realized that. Wait, what does this win? Queen d4, and what if this? Okay, no, my queen was hanging. So, okay, as I said, as black, you should always look for ways to trade queens. This is not a good move because you have rook c8 check, and if you go here, it's I think a perpetual by yeah, it's a perpetual, and not is it a perpetual? No, it's not a perpetual, but oh no, it is a perpetual. You have to go for checks. Here queen c7, and if this, I think you go, oh, you go queen f4, and yeah, it is a perpetual. So accidentally black blundered a perpetual here, but no chance in hell white saw that. And instead white play, did white see that? Wait, what happened here? It's rook c8, then it's bishop d8, then it's okay. So that's actually sad because now you don't have a threat of your own. The computer is screaming queen takes d4 to obviously go here and deliver checkmate. But let's see what black does. Oh, okay, what is going on? 1 second. Actually, if you take with the knight, that's again a draw because always look for checks. This is a perpetual, and you get none of this. Oh, rook c7 actually. You sack your rook to get the same position. But yeah, it's impossible to find. But I mean, anyways, this move does not even make sense. Instead, actually go for this. It's again a draw because of the same reason, but it looks much more natural to get a rook in the position. What even is the best move here? I think the best move here is yeah, it's queen d4. The computer is screaming queen d4. Okay. So we get king e7 and we blunder a rook, which if you take, you will get slaughtered here. And like because there's knight takes h3 and I think anywhere you move, I think if you go here, it's checkmate. And if you go here, it's checkmate because of the same reason. So white should never take the rook here and focus on their king side. What did in the middle of everything, white goes like, yo, I take a pawn. Again, same reason, knight takes h3. No way black saw that. I think black has the potential to at least reach 1100 or 1150. But okay, so black won the checkmate, which is fine. I think he calculated this because mate in two wasn't that difficult. Okay, so what did this game teach us? If you're playing if your opponent is playing d4, I would suggest you to go for the King's Indian defense, which is I think an opening which looks like something like yeah, it looks like this. I have played this myself, and if this you go 98 and here and you go d6 to pawn breaks, essential pawn breaks. So we learned a lot of things in this video. Do not play the caro against everything. Only the play the caro if it's e4. The caro is a very good opening. I don't have any complaints with that. But just playing caro against d4, it's not a good move. Try to play the King's Indian. Learn the King's Indian lines. It's like it's not that much. I think 5 or 6. This eventually did transform into a Caro, but I would not recommend. It's a trash opening. Don't play. I mean, not Caro against. Don't play against D4. Uh, Other than that, it was this. Don't do this. I think what you thought here was here, and you win the knight, but you did not realize this was protected, or I don't know what happened. But don't do this. Don't sack your knight for no reason at all. And your opponent did play bishop d2, so that you are in a much worse position now. Never mind, it just transformed into three moves anyways. So it was a good game, but I think what's lacking in this game was a control. The control. Moves were rightly found, I guess, but this was crazy. Okay, another advice, another very good advice actually. If you have something like this, I think you calculated knight h3, but you blundered a perpetual. I won't complain because obviously you cannot find the perpetual here. Even I had to look for 2 minutes, so it's fine. But piece of advice, always take with the piece that's more active. The knight controls less square than the rook. So if I was playing black in this position, uh, I wouldn't have found the perpetual, I think, but I would have taken with the rook. But it's fine. It's all good at this level. The control was a bit lacking in this game, but I think if you practice regularly, it would be fine. And you found this checkmate, which was no, this yeah. No. Wait, why is this losing by the way? Oh, it's not losing, but it's yeah. You see, perpetual is everywhere. Look for checks. Three most important terms: checks, captures, and threats. Is there any check? Is there any valid capture? Or are there any threats in the position? If you ask yourself these three questions and also what does my opponent want, you'll surely become better. And if I had to guess the ELO in this game, I would say around 1000, which is I think 100 or 120 points higher than your current ELO. So control was lacking, and actually calculations were lacking. But all over, it was a good game. And yeah, that's I think all for this video. Let's sign off today, and we'll meet in the next video. Goodbye.